videos this early in the day in the truck. I'm starting a little bit early because I'm meeting with one of the brothers that I know, and I got a trailer from my little hiding spot. So I'm getting moving a little bit earlier. So I caught a video of Chris Wallace interviewing a guy who works Trump, and he's talking about how, you know, doctors would play up the pandemic. Well, no, let me clarify that. Trump said, you know, doctors are playing up the pandemic to make more money. Alright, I notice when Trump makes these kind of statements that are so wild and aggrandizing, like even his support, they don't really hammer down on that. They don't. Like they kind of like, they step out there, they're like Trump's toy soldiers, but that's about it. First of all, doctors, private practice doctors, the real ones, they make their money off of surgery. You have a lot of them make money off of plastic surgery. They make their money off of, I want to say decorative, but it's cosmetic surgery. When the pandemic hit, I remember a lot of that got held. A lot of those surgeries were not done because they knew they would need the space for other things. Even not necessarily like cosmetic. I'd say like even like surgeries that could kind of like wait a little, like hip surgeries, back surgeries, you know, things that you need to get, but you don't really need to get right now. You can, you know, like athletes get hurt and they wait till the end of the season. Those kind of surgeries, because they know once you get that surgery, you're gonna be out for the rest of the season probably. You know, ankle, you know, foot, joints. So that makes no sense that a doctor, and then let me say this about Democrats, a lot of those congressmen, senators, and people like that, they have businesses. Yeah. So why would they want to create a pandemic to where it's going to be a depression because nobody's buying shit, no one's going to movie theaters, nobody's traveling, nobody wants to do that, and then you're going to have a carry-on effect because people are scared they might lose their job, so you're really not going to be traveling because you're trying to save your money up. There'll be a second wave of it. So looking at that, why would Democrats who own businesses want to ruin the economy, lose their businesses just to hurt Trump? That makes no fucking sense. What you have that's kind of deranged. That is kind of deranged right there. To actually say that you believe these people hate you so much they would destroy their own businesses and destroy the economy. You're not just destroying your business. You're destroying like whole communities. Because even if Trump got his way, all the states reopened, there was no quarantine, you got people like me. I ain't going to movie theater no time soon. I'm not getting on no cruise ship. You can give me tickets for free, goddammit. And I'd be like, I'm not going to no big restaurants. None of that. A lot of folks like me out here who actually do listen to the CDC and do listen to Dr. Fauci, and they've been doing that since March and research the disease on our own. Google, you know, my feed brings the stuff to me, so it makes it a little bit easier. I mean, when I was sitting out of work a couple weeks, that week or two, slowed down, I was doing a lot of research. What about us, Mr. Trump? What about us? Can't fool with people, man. It's like Trump talking about dishwashers and stuff. He can say what he wants. You've got people who want energy-saving products, and Trump's not going to get rid. This isn't the 80s or the 90s where you could be like, I don't like all this new stuff. Well, you've got a audience who wants that now. And one thing about capitalism is there's a market for everything. It's just about, you know, you want a sex doll, you want to go bungee jumping, you want to, you know, whatever. Crazy shit you want. Hey, there's a market for that. You know? Now, I think the AMA came out and spoke on the comments, and it just is another example of how Trump has made a mockery out of this country. Think about this, man. The AMA has to come out and actually speak about Trump putting shade on doctors. look, I'm gonna tell you, I got some family. I don't know why they want to become doctors. I don't get it. Why you want to become a doctor? Some of these rednecks can cough in your face and laugh. Ha 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 ha. They like to do that. Start sneezing and coughing in front of you. When these rednecks can come to your hospital with a gun one. I mean, I'm serious, man. What Trump did, what he really did was he brought out like some of the worst, not all of it, but some of the worst aspects of rednecks. And I gotta say, you know, whether it's all the violence and the guns and coming to the hospital with the guns and cussing out nurses and doctors and spitting on them, whether it's that or whether it is Trump coming out and openly saying that doctors want to continue a pandemic, I don't get it. What's the point? You're going to go to school, rack up all the student debt, so some jackass of a president who failed the country and wasted 3 months can call you basically a crook? Nah, man, fuck that shit. They like to talk a lot about how police aren't respected in this country. You know, they like to talk a lot about that back to blue bullshit. They don't talk about this right here. What about the doctors? What about the nurses who have spent years in medical school? And now Trump comes out and calls them crooks. Huh? Let's talk about that, white man. Let's talk about that. Oh, back to blue. Back to blue. The police. Oh, blue lives matter. Oh. But what about the doctors and the nurses? Huh? What about, there have been doctors that have died of this thing, man. I think there was a head of a hospital in New York died of this thing. Yeah, man. What about their lives? Do their lives matter? See, what blue lives matter is, let me tell you what it is. Anytime you're an authoritarian and you push an authoritarian politics, which Trump does, and you're operating in that, I like to go back to Hitler with the Iron Helmets. The Iron Helmets, that was the, veterans of World War I. They felt cheated, and they were like that hyper nationalistic, the Proud Boys, same thing. Those people, that mindset, that's what you use. Now, you don't do anything for the police or the military. You don't do anything for them, but you're always trumpeting them. You're always trumpeting them. You see it with Trump pardoning war criminals, trying to get war criminals their jobs back. I mean, usually the military, like really the military generally historically doesn't go after their own. They really don't. Unless you do something to like you rape another soldier or something, generally that stuff don't go nowhere. It doesn't. So the fact that even the military has found these guys guilty and Trump pardons them, I did a video earlier where I spoke on this, political pardons. There was a guy that tried to say that, other presidents have pardoned people too. That's not fair. Because if I'm a president, I'm a governor, I pardon a pedophile, or I pardon a murderer, that's because I believe their actions were just, or their actions, they're innocent. When Trump pardons war criminals, when Trump pardons Sheriff Arpaio, when Trump pardons Roger Stone, he commuted a sentence. When Trump does those kind of things, those are political in nature things. Those are political actions. That's not like if I go out here and I speed and get a ticket, they put out of court. That's not like that. That's saying that, wink, wink, white man, you did it, but I like what you did. If I had my way, it wouldn't be illegal. It'd be like me going back and pardoning some gay guy back in the 70s or 80s because I say, you know what they were arrested for shouldn't have been a crime. That's essentially what Trump did. And I can't believe I have to explain this. There's a difference between political pardons, which it really is virtue signaling. I don't think Trump got damn about Judge Arpaio. It's just virtue signaling to the right that these are your heroes and I support them too. Whether it be Sheriff Arpaio, whether it be Rush Limbaugh, these are all darlings of the right. Look, man, I can't understand being a doctor or a nurse. I don't get it. I'm from the South, so I already know a lot of rednecks. They don't care about science. They don't believe in science. That's before the pandemic, before Trump. I knew that. You know, even if the thing was killing people, they're hard-headed. Also, you know, you have a thing within the South of they're regressive. Because, like, the way they live, it lives against, they live against nature. And it's like they know that eventually, like with computers and all that, the stuff rednecks do won't be needed. A lot of it won't be needed. So they're always regressive, and they're always like, they get mad about computers and don't you like, you know, making fun of computers. Because they know that they're on the way out, man. I look computers, what I do? Get your hazmat, get your twig. You know what I mean? I'm gonna diversify what I have, my skills. I'm not sitting up here in fear of science and discovery and technology and development. That's progress. I don't hate progress. Like this job, I'm moving up to Pennsylvania. I don't want to do that, but this is the way. This is what I need to do right now for my career. You know, rednecks don't get that. They think the world's gonna stop for them and that the whole world's gonna wait for them. That's not the way things work, man. This is not, you know. Anyway, peace.